Good evening. Welcome to Cryptid Crunch. I am your hostess. Behind me is the famous Stanley Hotel, where Stephen King famously wrote or got the idea to write The Shining, and we'll touch a little bit on that in a moment. Tonight, we are going to be discussing haunted hotels. So take a seat. Hope you enjoy the show. All right, so let's bring in my co-host, Keisha. How's it going?
Hi. Good. Glad to be back.
You got your internet back, and I can see that Dolores is haunting the background of your room.
Is it Dolores?
Hi, sweetie.
Yeah, she's gonna be chilling in the background, like always. So enjoy. If you see more than 2 children behind me, though, let me know because I only own one right now. So there's only one.
I'm sure she'll let us know if any visitors come a knocking.
If you hear her talking to somebody else, it's cool. Play along.
So, I'm curious. Have you stayed at any haunted hotels in your life?
So, funny story.
Oh, yes, please. Funny story.
Last month. So me and my best friends went on a trip up to Chicago. We went to see a concert, great concert, but the hotel we stayed in, me and my best friend, like, most best friends, did not sleep most of that night. We stayed up all night talking to each other, and we can almost guarantee that the hotel is completely haunted.
Oh.
The hotels.
What kind of experiences did you?
So, you get all the normal hotel sounds through the walls, like, toilets flushing, people walking down, whatever, that kind of stuff. But there was a blinking light in our room, and it was to the fire detector. And, the entire day, just constant.
Oh.
But in the middle of the night when me and my friend were talking, it just stopped. For a quick second, like it was stopped for like a couple minutes, and then it popped on and it stayed on. And I was like, great, our hotel room is haunted. And when I said that, it blinked twice, and then it stayed on again. And I said, hi, and it blinked again. And then I was like, okay, if there's something there trying to talk to us, blink, because it was only blinking like twice. I was like, if there's something trying to talk to us, go on and stay on again or something like that. And it did. And then I would keep asking it questions like, if it's yes.
Mom, get my tent over there.
I love you. Your tent is beautiful. Kids are great. So I kept asking it questions, and then I asked it to do different things. Like, one question I would say, like, blink twice. Another question I would say, blink 4 times, or stay on or stay off for so long. And it actually did. And I was like, that's creepy. There's either somebody controlling that light that's listening in, or, it's haunted. Cool. And then at one point, there was knocking on the inside of our hotel room. And all of a sudden you just hear, knock, knock, knock. And it's like 3:00 in the morning at this point or something like that. And then, we checked everywhere. It was on the opposite side of the room from where the door was. There was nothing in the room over there. And it just kept doing it. And I was like, yay, cool. And according to the front desk or whatever, we didn't have anybody in the room next to us. So I was like, that's nice. Yay. And then it kept knocking a couple times. And then at some point, it actually sounded like something was whispering. And I was like, cool. And then we just went to bed because, we're normal and we're used to that kind of stuff. But our friend Shelby was there with us, and she was sleeping in the bed over where the knocking noise was coming from. She was dead asleep the entire time, and we told her about this in the morning, and she was like, I'm glad I didn't know about that while it was happening. I was like, well, now you know. We only stayed there one night. We should have stayed there longer so that we could have,
Well, you can always go back and.
Not for $280 a night. We couldn't.
Ooh.
Yeah, Chicago is deep. But yeah, it was a nice hotel. Just pretty sure it was haunted. How about you, Willow?
I can't say I've ever stayed in a haunted hotel. Although rumors are all over the internet of the hotel that I'm working at is haunted, and you guys can definitely read all about that yourselves. That is public knowledge. Although there's so many other hotels that I would love to visit. The Stanley being one of them, where Stephen King had a nightmare, and thus The Shining was born. He stayed in room 217. It is now where it is now. It does hold a lot of Stephen King's books, so I'm told. And so yeah.
And that's in Colorado, right?
Colorado, yeah.
Estes Park or something like that.
Yeah.
You just need to come down to the U.S., okay? And then we'll backpack all the way over to Colorado, which is definitely only a couple days trip. And we'll stay at a haunted house or a haunted hotel.
Apparently the Stanley has a little boy that walks around, mainly I don't know, you guys could see that on the stairs. Apparently the little boy is often viewed playing or peeking over the side, the railing at people as they're checking in, and just kind of keeping tabs on everyone. So yeah, that would be kind of cool to see.
The Shining, it's one of my favorite movies now, but I watched it when I was a little too young.
I think we all did.
I should not have been watching that at the age I watched it at, because I was maybe 6 the first time I saw it. I love it now, but seeing Here's Johnny and stuff like that, definitely freaked me out. I was convinced people were going to smash through my door and attack me with an axe.
Yeah, that's not fun.
I wasn't afraid of, the blood or the weird, creepy girls. I was afraid of somebody coming through my door with an axe. That sounds accurate for me. People are scary.
I think what did me for that movie was the madness aspect of it. But the creepy girls, like I think around that time that I watched The Shining, I also watched Children of the Corn. So yeah, no, creepy kids.
What is it? Rose Red or something like that. When I was around the same age, and that is also, I believe, based in a haunted hotel. A bunch of people get trapped in there. Everybody ends up pretty much dying in the end, because every good movie ends that way. But that one also freaked me out. Ooh, I had nightmares about that one for years, but now I love it. I'm also really weird though, so there's that.
Have you seen the movie Psycho?
You know what? I can't remember if I did or not. I don't think I did.
There was a TV show that was based on Psycho, and my brain's not working right now. It'll come to me.
Side note, now that I've rewatched The Shining, in my head, I actually feel bad for him because he's basically going through a psychotic break and it's just being ignored. And my brain goes, you know what? Maybe if somebody would have helped him, he would have been fine. That's me thinking about it now. When I was a kid, I was just like, here's Johnny. So,
see, and
times change.
When you're trapped inside all the time, especially in wintertime, yeah, I can understand someone going mad but wanting to kill their family. But I mean, during COVID, like being home all the time and not being able to go out, I did not feel like I wanted to kill my family. Trust me, I didn't. But I honestly did feel like if I were at home longer than I should have, that maddening feeling was definitely getting to me.
You guys, maybe that's my problem. I'm home constantly. Is that why I'm crazy? I feel like that might be why I'm crazy. I had friends over today, and I was like, I apologized to them, and I was like, I'm sorry for whatever this is. I can't control it. I don't know what it is, but somebody let me out of a cage this morning, and I'm sorry.
But you went to a convention just recently, didn't you? Or
I've gone to a couple of them this year. I was just as it.
Yeah.
Like the normal person I am. I made a really cute it, by the way. I got lots of comments. They were like, oh, that costume looks great on you. And I was like, thank you. I'm a killer. One guy actually tried to take me out on a date in that outfit. So, I mean, win. And then my husband had to come ruin my free food.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I told him, I was like, if you could have stayed away for a couple more minutes, I could have gotten a free coffee. Thank you very much. But no, he had to show up with both kids.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, I was at it was the last one I went to was the Indie Author Book Expo.
Oh, okay.
Illinois. So that one was like a book expo. That one wasn't really a con. But I did go to I went to Peoria Con before that and a couple other ones this year. But yes, I dressed up like it. It was beautiful. I loved it. It was a book convention, so first thought was dress up like it.
Hey, why not?
So, but yes. So what other?
Okay, so my brain finally functioned properly, and the Bates Motel was a TV show that was based on the movie Psycho.
Okay, I loved that. I only saw like the first season of it before I don't have like television-y type stuff, so I can't watch anything anymore, but I did watch it. I did like it. I think it could have been scarier though.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It was actually pretty mild.
The main actor, Freddie Highmore, he's actually in a really good television show where he plays a doctor.
Yes, I do love that.
And he
what
does.
is it called?
Brain, where are you?
But I don't remember what it's called. Or I should say I did watch it. I have only seen like the first couple episodes. But doesn't he play
The Good Doctor? Yeah, his character is on the spectrum.
Okay.
But
yeah, I also liked him in the Bates Motel. His mom was creepier than he was, though. Like, that lady needs some psychoanalysis going on. Like, she needs some help. I got some real creeper vibes from her.
The house that they filmed in, the way that they actually filmed it was pretty cool. That so any of the inside shots, they would literally remove the roof of the house, and yeah, I know that, like,
that's a little
in
extra.
order to do, yeah.
We need this specific shot. We're gonna take the roof off. If that's cool with you guys, yeah.
So yeah, like the settings of that show was pretty cool, and if you look at all the like the stories of behind the scenes and all that, like the amount of work that they did just to do the production on that show is phenomenal.
If we're branching out into motel territory, though, I have stayed at some super grungy motels, which I'm pretty sure they sell your organs on the black market.
Hostel much?
There is like, so when I was younger, we moved around a lot, and like we would stay at different hotels. Like at some points, we actually lived at motels for times, and there was this one hotel. I don't even remember what state we were in, but we stayed at this hotel, and I am almost positive they sold body parts on the black market. Like there was it was just awful. Like I don't even know why we stayed there. I think it was just because we couldn't afford to stay anywhere else, or like nothing else was open at the time or something. But we stayed there, and I was afraid to even touch the bed. There was so many things on there. I don't even know what they are. And the walls had like red splatter on them, and the tub like stained, and like the light fixtures were falling down, the walls were cracking. I was like, yeah, somebody definitely got murdered here. If there is not a body hidden below this bed, that would be a miracle. Like I remember, so like when I was younger, I saw on a show a test to see if something's a two-way mirror. You place your finger on the mirror, and if your fingers touch, it's a real mirror. And if there's a space, it's a two-way mirror. And in this hotel, there was a huge space, and my brain was like, I'm dying tonight. I'm dead. I am not coming back. Like, I don't know how me, my mom, and my brother survived that place, but it was a miracle. Yeah. Nope. I'm like, I can't remember if there was anything creepy that went on. It was just the feeling that you got when you went into that room. You know, when you go in someplace and you're like, you're not supposed to be here. No.
Yep.
And then you get that sudden like chill over your body and like the tinglies of, nope,
Yep.
don't touch that. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, there are definitely places here in Winnipeg that give off that vibe where it's like you walk around, you look at it and going, no, I don't want to go in there ever. My mom used to work in a hotel, and it was, I swear to God, that one hotel just needs to be burnt down. And if it ever does burn down, it's gonna be a nice fire. Stay away from it for like stay out of that area if it does blow up, because that thing will probably give off like fumes.
Do you remember way back in like years and years ago where they found a dead body in the water system of a hotel?
You know what? That seems like it's a common theme where dead bodies are found either in the walls or in like yes.
Why are you stuffing dead bodies places, people?
That happened. That actually happened in Winnipeg here. Oddly enough, it was a motel bar. A guy went missing. There was, a whole search party for him, and he ended up being found in the walls of a now, it got torn down, but yeah, he was partying in the basement at the bar, and he ended up going missing, and they found his body in the walls. Yeah.
Like, how do you have enough time to not only kill somebody, but shove them in a wall and then rebuild the wall? Like, I mean, does nobody notice that? Like, does nobody hear the hammering? Maybe that was what was going on at the hotel. Nobody was supposed to be on the room next to us, but maybe somebody was hammering a wall that they were, shoving a human in.
I don't get that. But you brought me to my next point. The lady in white ghost tends to be a frequent theme with hotels, and oddly enough, this one hotel that had the white lady ghost actually in Denmark.
I feel like
I'm sorry, Keisha.
I said, is her name Karen? I feel like her name would be Karen. Like all the white lady ghosts are named Karen. That's it.
Oddly enough, I think you're right. But yeah, in Denmark, in Castle Hotel, there is a story of a white lady ghost, and then they actually found bones of a woman. Excuse me. Bones of a woman in a white dress, trapped behind the wall, and that's probably where that story came from. So yeah.
Also, I think we need to address a couple of these comments over here. I wish that
yes.
see the live stream of the comments like we do, because y'all are concerning.
So hi Carl, hi Dan, hi Eli, hi Donna. Okay, where do I start here? Okay. Yeah, Kubrick's. Okay, you know what? I know that Kubrick gets a lot of flack for making The Shining, and I know how much Stephen King does not like the movie. I tried watching the remake of it. Although the sequel to The Shining was actually pretty good. I liked it. But let's be honest, Kubrick did a pretty good job with The Shining, even though he took his own creative ambitions with it. Eli, I live in a haunted house that nothing new to me. We're gonna have to talk one of these days on your experiences. And excuse me while I start an artificial campfire via some random ambience. I appreciate it. There was that one time I accidentally channeled that ghost from Heather's Locket. That one, oh yes, and we've since talked about how frequently that necklace tends to come back and haunt her. Every hotel I stay is haunted since my ancestor follows me to protect me. Yeah, I can't say that I have a haunted house, but I do have spirits that tend to follow me and do some weird stuff. And I do believe that it's my grandfather that likes to let me know that he's there. So I feel you on that. Carl apparently has stayed in a lot of hotels. Curious as to know your experiences, if any, if they were haunting. Oh yeah, the point, everything Norman did was under his mom's influence after her death. Psycho, Bates hashtag Psycho, Bates Motel, Alfred Hitchcock, The Shining, and Stephen King. Yeah, you know what, the story is, the story of Psycho is compelling, and I really enjoyed the show. I wish it would have gone on a little bit longer, but maybe in the future we'll see more stories behind Bates Motel. Oh, they should do a sequel to Cabin in the Woods, but have it based out of. Okay, there actually was lots of horror movies based around hotels, though. Not just The Shining. There was one. Identity. Was one, and that one was really cool. Like it was a guy who mimicked I shouldn't give away the whole story, but it was about people who were staying in a hotel and people were suddenly dying. And that, I liked that movie. I really did. I really enjoyed the Identity. And there was like a bunch of other horror movies based in hotels and motels. Keisha, you okay?
I was muting you guys so you didn't hear the constant screaming in your ears like I was, because it was beautiful. You're welcome. Just trying to
the music of being a mother.
Yeah, get a banshee in here. I hate when that happens. So yes, I convinced her that she was allowed to stay up past her bedtime as long as she went in. So my daughter, like the normal human being, is at 4 years old obsessed with watching scary movies. Oops, my bad. So I told her that she was allowed to go out and watch the rest of her scary movie before bed, but she had to behave. And that got her attention. So, if you're curious as to how how my parenting is going. It's great. I'm doing good. Feeling kind of Norman Batesy, Mom. Just less creepy.
Yeah, there's the Witches. The Witches was a good movie. That was also, or and then there was Witches was 1408 was also a really cool movie that I enjoyed. Bad Times at El Royale. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
I do have a couple little snippets about haunted houses in the United States. You're gonna have to look up your own, Willow, because all the ones I found were in the but Concord's Colonial Inn, 1716. It's in Concord, Massachusetts. The inn served as a hospital during the Revolutionary War. The most sought-out spooky room is 424, and it was the room of Dr. James. Many guests who spent the night there reported, a bunch of different strange activities. So, spooky. Admiral Fell Inn, 1770. It's from Baltimore, Maryland. Guests often report seeing floating sailors and disappearing butlers. So that one kind of sounds cool. Knocking on their doors. So I mean, like, at least somebody's taking care of the hotel, right? Red Line Inn, 1773. It's Stockbridge, Massachusetts. The inn is a favorite of the paranormalies and mediums. And the fourth floor in particular has seen the most activity. A ghostly young girl carrying flowers, a man in a top hat. I would love to see that. Are two of the frequently seen images, and guests have actually awoken to feeling someone standing over their bed, along with cold spots, unexplained knocks, electrical disturbances. The room 301 is the favorite hotspot for those of you that want to check that out. Also, Eli, yes. I don't know. You guys can't see the comments, but Eli just put floating sailors or Popeye eating that spinach. So, yes. There is also Hanover Inn in Dartmouth, which in 1780, Hanover, New Hampshire. The ghost stories include the tale of 9 fraternity brothers who perished in 1934. More than one ghost has come face to face with a room that isn't there, and a party of those young men and their dates. So I wonder if their dates also disappeared or if it was just the men. I'm going to have to look into that one.
Huh. Okay, so the whole disappearing room thing okay. I kind of can see how someone would think that their rooms are disappearing, because there has been many times where I've even stayed in hotels where it's like every floor looks the same, and then you turn around and it's like, no, this is not where I'm supposed to be. And then you're like, okay, I'm on the wrong floor.
I'm not allowed to go places by myself when I'm in a hotel, because I could literally get lost in like 2 seconds flat. And Eli, that is a good question to bring up. Did they die in a freak toga party accident? You know what? Back in 1934, I'm not sure they were having toga parties, but Then again, I was not there, so who knows? They could have been getting cray-cray up in there. They had a live band going and everything. So the next hotel is the Omni Parker House. It's 1855 is when it was built, I believe. Boston, Massachusetts. Blah, 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 blah. Words. The hotel was opened by Harvey Parker. He was deeply involved in the operations until his death in 1884. Ever since, many guests have reported seeing him inquiring about their stay. He was a truly dedicated and spirited hoteler. On another historic note, the Parker House claims the invention of two famous foodstuffs, the Parker House roll and Boston cream pie. And its restaurant was the first job for celebrity Emeril Lagasse out of culinary school. So that's kind of cool. The next one I have is the Sagamore, 1883, Bolton Landing, New York. Stories persist of the ghost of silver-haired woman wearing a blue polka-dotted dress descending from the second floor of the Trillium, the hotel's fine dining restaurant. So that might have been me because I am in a blue polka-dotted dress. We'll see. I've seen Dr. Sleep come up twice. So, I mean, what's Dr. Sleep?
Dr. Sleep is the sequel to The Shining. And it's actually really good.
I've actually seen it.
I like it.
I'm sad about that. I didn't even know there was a sequel. So now I'm sad and I need to watch it. I'm going to have to write that down.
I thought it was well done. I feel like they could have touched on a little bit more with the movie, but I don't know.
You know what? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look that up because I like creepy crawlies. So, do you have any, or can I keep going down my list?
Oh, so Winnipeg does have another haunted hotel called the Marlborough Hotel. There is rumors of a woman who haunts the hallway there as well. Let's see. I just want to make sure that I have my information right. This hotel was originally built in 1914 and it was later used as military barracks during the First World War. Most of what is left of the original structure is gone, as is the case for many of our hotels. Has been highly modernized. But yeah, there's I know there's a story of a guy of a gentleman haunting the hallways of the Marlborough as well. Where are you? Sorry, hold on a sec.
I was gonna say I'm right here.
All right. Marlborough Hotel across from the Garrick Center downtown is said to be haunted by a young woman who was murdered on the 5th floor. When a teenager is staying there or a young woman is staying on the 5th floor, she'll wake up and see a teenage girl in the room. Yeah. So yeah, there's one case. There's many cases of her appearing in the hallways as well. She appears to young women and warn them they might be in danger. Oh yeah, the Pantages Playhouse is apparently haunted as well, but we'll talk about haunted theaters later on. Why am I not?
Tony, Rose Red was the one that I was talking about earlier that I had nightmares when I was a young girl. But I love it now. Like, I could binge watch it. I'm also a lot more messed up in the head than I was when I was younger. From watching all the scary movies when I was young, so.
Johnny's also in the chat. Hey, ladies, I just got done reading a haunted tour. The ended Union Station Hotel in Nashville, which was on your list of haunted historic hotels. Yes, Johnny, we'll talk about all that in just a moment. I'm driving in the car now, otherwise I would join you. But want to know why so many... I think that... honestly, when it comes to that whole feeling, whenever someone walks into an old building, they automatically think that it's haunted because of the fact that it's old. But also, I think it also is all part of the marketing for the hotel.
So, when I was talking to one of the hotel workers when I was staying at a hotel a while back, the reason why I think there's so many haunted stories that come out of hotels is there's a lot of things that they don't tell you. There's a lot of random deaths that happened at hotels, and they are not legally obligated to tell the other patrons. Like, you could literally have a dead body in the room next to you, and they wouldn't have to tell you because, you're in a different room. So they just they kind of like shove it underneath the door because they don't want, hey, there's a dead body, because everybody would be like, okay, I want my money back. I'm leaving. So there's a lot of stuff that gets swept under the rug. So that might also be why everything.
Donna touches on the fact that a lot of the older hotels, especially in your guys' neck of the woods, Keisha, used to be something else. Prisons, hospitals, barracks, for the military. And so, yeah, I can see that being
psych wards are my favorite type of hotels, because like the amount of stories that come out of those, like repurposed psych wards that turned hotel or motel or something like that, those ones are fun.
Yeah. And also, especially ones that
want to
especially hotels that have like survived like it became makeshift hotels for during the Civil War. Those are interesting, like the stories behind those hotels. Hi,
this is my little ghost here.
No, not. I'm Dolores.
She's Dolores. Ugh.
She's not a ghost. She's Dolores. Okay. Glad we cleared that up. Should we ask Dolores if she's seen any interesting spirits or creatures in the last little while, or
have you seen any ghosts or anything? Where did you see a ghost? Somewhere in the bedroom? You gotta speak louder. They can't hear you.
Because I was tickling me.
It was tickling you?
Yeah.
Oh, did you tell them about the X you put on the back of their door?
Oh?
So I don't believe I told you guys this story, but last month, Dolores was making a concoction. It's got like sand, dirt, a couple other things in there, and water. And she was mixing all of these ingredients together. I don't even know what all she put in there. But she went over to our bedroom door, which is right over there, and she marked an X on the back of the door with the concoction. And when I asked her what she was doing, she said it was to stop the scratching from the back of the door so that they couldn't get into there anymore and make the scratching noises.
Wow.
Here it's right.
You still hear it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, because I put
You only put a little bit on?
no this book, but everywhere.
We gotta put it everywhere? Okay.
Maybe we're
So,
gonna
yeah.
have to get you some sage.
I grow my own sage, thank you very much. And we just dried a whole bag of it the other day. So I'm gonna have to smudgy.
Yeah.
But she said that it's to stop the scratching from the back of the door. So
Okay.
what scratch do you know what was scratching the back of the door?
But 20 ghosts trying to get in.
It was a ghost trying to get in. Cool.
Apparently, olive oil is good to try on doorways.
Huh.
That's a new one.
Maybe. Well, we'll see.
Mom, I don't know what to do with that.
I don't know. But yes. So anything else lately, Dolly? Have you seen anything else?
Yeah. Shush.
Me?
Talking to me when I was talking to you.
Okay. Well, then that's not very spooky. That's okay. It was me talking to her, so. Eli, I think I have 100% olive oil, so. Just going to have to try that tonight. Or burn the house down. Who knows? We'll see.
Let's put the house down. Yay!
So, for burning the house down.
All right.
I don't. You know that hotel trip I was telling you guys about?
Yeah.
Not 2 seconds into the trip, I told you. Did I tell you guys about the hotel trip in Dolores? 2 seconds as I was pulling out of the driveway, my husband texts me and says, she's excited. She ran and sat in your chair. She said, "Hey, Daddy, now we can burn the house down."
Oh no.
No.
I didn't
No,
even fully
let's
back
not
out of
do
the
that.
driveway.
No, let's not do that.
I got a little arsonist over here.
Carl. Okay, that's not scary at all. Okay, it has to be 100% olive oil. Okay, I'll definitely look into that. So Tony, I've been to the Parker house many times, but have not witnessed anything. Okay. There's something going on with Dolores. I think I think we've gathered that from previous episodes.
She's super cute, so I keep her around. Right?
So I definitely want to get more information on this Union Station Hotel that Johnny was talking about. One of Nashville's most iconic landmarks, Union Station Hotel dates back to 1900 in a building that previously served as the city's buzzing railway station. Hey, I kind of relate to that. While the building's past life is apparent in the hotel's stunning preserved architecture, the soaring barrel vaulted ceiling, 100-year-old stained glass, and sorry, my reading is terrible. And grand towers of the former train station's main terminal are nothing short of breathtaking. Every so often, guests are also reminded of the building's rich history through another kind of encounter with the hotel's resident ghost. Abigail The ghost is named Abigail. Legend has it that during World War II, a young woman, Abigail, said goodbye to her soldier on the Union Station train platform reading platform before he shipped off to France. When she arrived at the same spot to greet him on his return, she was instead met with word that he was killed in action. Distraught, Abigail threw herself in front of the passing locomotive far below. The forlorn spirit of Abigail, still looking for her lost love, can reportedly, oh my God, my reading is terrible, can reportedly be seen wandering the main terminal, and her presence felt in room 711. Now known as the Abigail Room, guests can request to stay in the haunted suite, which is decorated unlike any other room in the hotel with antique furnishings, a four-poster bed, and artwork inspired by her tale. Abigail's story also lives on in the hotel's bar and restaurant in the grand lobby. Carter's The Abigail Cocktail is a signature libation made with local spirit Parker's vodka, Saint Germain, grapefruit juice, lemon, and bubbles. Johnny? Yes, there is definitely something going on with Dolores. But I definitely want to hear Johnny's story of if there was ever something going on in that hotel. And everything okay there, Keisha? No.
Do you guys want to get out of here?
We will send help.
Okay. Yes. So, haunted hotels. Hi.
Okay. So Johnny says, Abigail is real. We know her name is Abigail because the hotel ledger still exists. And people know what she is wearing, the color of her lipstick, hairstyle, and kind of shoes she had on because she has been seen so frequently. Interesting. Yeah. The hotel ledger, like that is, that is definitely something that I would love to see in the hotel that I work for, is like dating it. Like I'd love to become the historian for that hotel.
Okay, so I don't know if you want to name the hotel you work at, just safety issues, but can you tell the stories real quick? Or at least
okay, so I don't want to disclose too much about the hotel itself, but the ghost that haunts it is public knowledge. Room 202 is the haunted room. I've cleaned it a couple times, but yeah, according to myth and lore about the hotel, the ghost that haunts it, she hung herself in the closet. Now, whether or not this story actually is true or not, it's very hard to confirm because okay, so the reason why she hung herself was because her husband left the hotel to go get her some medication, and this is just one story that's been passed around. He left to go get her medication because she had a headache and was hit by a stagecoach. Other stories is he died in a car accident. So not sure which story we're going by here. But I'm gonna go with the stagecoach story, because that seems to be the most popular one. Another story was that her dad got angry at the fact that they were getting married and killed her in the stairwell. So again, these stories are unconfirmed and not. And I have been trying to find confirmation with old news articles, and I haven't been able to find them. So whether or not it was an actual murder at the hotel or if, you know, a suicide is to be determined.
So I wonder if anybody just like peacefully passes in the night at hotels, because like all the ones you hear about are somebody was murdered or somebody did the death or something like that. It's like, you guys, like, can somebody just pass peacefully?
I don't know. Okay, so one of the hotels that my mom worked at, because it was frequented by drug addicts, unfortunately, that was common where people were found in the rooms dead. So I guess that's kind of peaceful death. I don't know. I can't say that is peaceful.
Laying down with a pillow over your face, that's peaceful.
So you're going to, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do research. Yeah. There is a place that I would love to check out, and the records place it on not that far from the hotel. So yeah, that is definitely one thing that
you're gonna have to definitely record one of the spooky rooms one day when you're cleaning it. If anything happens.
You know, okay, so here's the fun thing about hotels is because the rooms are so close together and they're like paper thin. Sometimes it does sound like especially when it comes to women, it does sound like there is crying. Like someone's crying in the hallway or something. And like whenever women are talking, it like, especially in more hushed voice, I don't know what it is, but it does sound like there's like a lot of whining going on in the hallways. But yeah, I just chop it up. I just figured that it's just, you know, people talking amongst themselves, and you can also hear people's TVs going, the showers going from the hallway.
Somebody watching a murder documentary in the room next.
So yeah, just the whole, you know, hearing crying in the hallway, and pipes. Old hotels have old pipes, and when water's running, you're gonna hear banging. And pipes do move.
Carl just posted something. It says most hotels even have a code word for when someone is found dead in a room. I really want to know what their code is. Like, is it aliens or like?
No, it's like usually like code white or something. I haven't delved in that particular scenario yet, so I don't know quite yet whether or not there is.
Is code white lady roaming the halls?
I think like most like if I'm correct, like when it comes to hospitals, they have their own codes, like code white, code red. So I assume that there's like a code, but I think you just call call housekeeping or call the front desk to get someone to, call 911.
I mean, that's good.
At least that's like my first thing would be to call 911, but let someone know. And I think that calling my manager about that would probably be a good idea.
You know what? My first thought would probably be call the authorities, and then I'd probably be hyperventilating and wanting to leave.
Yeah, I really hope that doesn't happen. Like, I'm not, naked. Seeing naked people is one thing. Seeing a dead person will be a totally different thing. I'd like to keep the visual of people alive. Knock on wood. All right. Well, this was an interesting show, Keisha. Thanks, Dolores, for visiting us.
I kind of wish Johnny was in here, though, because of all of his spooky knowledge about weird things in his area.
Yeah.
Johnny, why'd you leave?
Well, we definitely want
to. I want him to pop in now and just pop up and be like, "Here's Johnny,
I'm here." Please. All right. So, Keisha, where can we find you on social media?
Pretty much anywhere. If you Google my name, Keisha Acuff, or Google Acuff Creations, you will find out things about me, probably more than you'd want to know. So, yeah, you can do that. I also have several books out, but my solo one is called Him, and it is available on Amazon. Yeah,
we have a video for it. All right. Make sure you guys pick up that book. I still have to go and buy it myself. I know. I'm sorry. It's on the list of things to buy. Trust me. If you guys saw my Amazon list, I think you guys would see all the earmarks I have for people's books.
My Amazon list apparently thinks I'm rich. I'm not. So.
All right. So you guys can find me all over social media. I kind of took a step back a little bit from the sideshow. Heather Bedore's taking over the show herself. But due to having 2 jobs, I can only do like Saturday mornings in this show right now. So you guys will see me still doing like the odd TikTok and review stuff. So I have to put up a review of a beer that I tried yesterday. So blueberry. The blueberry beer that I had
was it good?
Trans Canada Brewery. It wasn't bad. It had the aftertaste. It is the blueberry taste. So I thought that was interesting. The first when you take a sip of it, it like kind of doesn't taste like much, but as soon as as soon as the beer itself dissipates, you taste the blueberry. So I thought that was an interesting creation. So yeah, I'll make sure that I record my review and post the video up soon. Thank you, Carl. You guys have a great night as well. Keisha, great to see you.
I'm glad that cooperated this week.
Coming up next month, we're going to be teaming up with some other co-hosts or some other host of the Back of the Cereal Box Network. So stay tuned. You guys have a good night.